Before I kill you, I'm gonna throw your baby out the window.
Hello, viewers, and welcome back to PatrolClip. Zodiac is a 2007 American film directed by David Fincher, based on true events from the book of the same name in 1986, written by Robert Graysmith. The film stars one of our favorite actors, Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, and Robert Downey Jr. Zodiac tells the story of the search for the notorious serial killer known as the Zodiac Killer, who murdered many people in and around the San Francisco Bay Area during the late 1960s and early 70s. Today, the case remains one of America's most famous unsolved crimes. Although the film was made with all the information collected from the survivors and all the real elements that happened at that time were used, the film at our discretion presents secret messages that could well be real or placed on purpose.
Yeah, we already corrected it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Now, please be advised there are spoilers here, so if you have not seen the movie, make sure you check it out first and then come back and check out our channel so you can see what you missed. Also, feel free to stop back and check out all of the other hidden messages from iconic movies that we've got on our channel as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all things PatrolClip in the future. Here we go! License plates. Being a movie with secret codes like Zodiac, it's not surprising that hidden messages also appear scattered about, which can escape the fans. But some are so obvious that it just can't be missed. It makes you wonder how it's even possible that they give this message so clearly to us practically in the first 10 minutes of the film.
Why am I not going on the bus?
We're late. Okay.
And yeah, there it is. See, if you look at the license plate with the letters KZO, well, let's just have to turn them around and... there we are. We see, clearly, Zodiac Killer. It appears that before the first letter even arrives, it presents us with this message. Could it be true? But it's not the only one that appears on the license plates of the cars. While the search warrant's being executed on the alleged murderer Lee Allen in his trailer, just upon his arrival, we see the license plate of his car, and it strangely shows in the foreground in the letters BLA.
Hello, Arthur. Remember us?
No, it's not curious. It's one of the places of the murder was the so-called Berryessa Lake area. I think if that's the real license plate, it must have been placed by Lee himself. I mean, don't you think?
No.
Now, try and stay with us here because we're going to talk about another license plate with a different message.
The number 4, everywhere.
We could say that there's many connections in the movies with numbers and even with their titles, but without a doubt that in this one, number 4 is repeated and found in all parts of the film. It's like this number has a meaning beyond mere coincidence.
4th of July. 1. Girl was wearing patterned slacks.
In itself, we know the relationship with July 4th, 1969, when he committed the Vallejo crime where Darlene Ferrin was massacred and her companion, Michael McGough, almost lost his life.
Man, you really creeped us out.
But in the end survives. Just like another crime on June 4th, 1963, which was directly related to the Zodiac by the coincidence of the weapon used. But this message is completely absurd. We can see number 4 right there on the bus, on doors, elevators, street numbers. I mean, frickin' everywhere.
So what?
I mean, it's just so evident, and there's a need for us to see this number 4 for whatever reason. And then in a scene where a photo is taken from one of the Zodiac codes, we see that the camera model doesn't match. Take a look. Did you see it? Yeah. The camera represents the MP3 model, and then on the lens, oh surprise, it says MP4. Also, on August 4th, 1971, that was the date they interviewed Lee Allen, starring the famous actor John Carroll Lynch, which is once again a key date number. And, of course, doesn't stop there. Appearing in front of our eyes, especially when asking for your watch.
That's a nice watch. May I see it? Where'd you get it?
It's a Christmas gift from my mother to you.
And how about one of the many newspaper clippings reviewed by Robert Graysmith, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, specifically highlighted on camera about the number 4 weapon of the Zodiac. And apparently not even the children run away. Now, in a scene where Graysmith's own kids become his accomplices is where the number 4 appears the most.
Okay.
How come you and Mom don't sleep in the same bed anymore?
Please, man, just leave the kids out of it. Come on. In addition to the obvious relevance of the dates to the number 4, there's also another relationship that we've got to examine here. Now, it's likely that, probably, it's related to the symbol that represents the Zodiac itself. This is a circle divided by a cross into 4 equal parts. What do you think?
That's what they say.
But let's go even further. Now, into the symbolism of the Zodiac, there are 4 elements that govern the signs of the Zodiac depending on their energy: water, air, fire, and earth. But not only that, there are classifications that group them in numbers of 4 to indicate the personalities of each group. For example, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer form the group of personal signs, while others could be interpersonal and transpersonal. In any case, it's evident that we cannot deny or hide the fact.
That's good, Robert.
The number 14.
Yeah, we know. There's also a 4 in 14 technically, but we can put that aside because there also appears to be a number 14 quite a bit here. We could see right here in front of our eyes a big old number 14 on the school bus. It's probable that the 14th is directly related to the date of February 14th, 1974, where it refers to a postcard sent by the Zodiac correcting the Chronicle newspaper about a group of urban guerrillas and their meaning. The number 14 also appears in a very strange way in the scene that, well, it just shouldn't appear. So if you look closely during the visit of Graysmith to Avery in his houseboat, after several years, of course, after pouring himself a drink, Avery points out to Robert with attention the game Pong, one of the first digital games of the 70s. Check this clip out.
Seen that? Mesmerizing.
Oh, yeah. My own kids would kill me for one of those.
Mostly mine. So,
The strange thing is that after a few moments, we'll see the score of 15-9, but in a few seconds, 15 goes to 14. I mean, shouldn't it be the other way around? It seems like Avery was just trying really hard to draw public attention so that we have to look close at the screen. That's kind of spooky, isn't it?
Don't you think it's kind of stupid?
It's also pretty evident in the scene where a Halloween letter arrives to the Chronicle reporter Paul Avery, brilliantly starring Robert Downey Jr., where the killer represents the number 14 in a very peculiar way. Check it out.
We win, but then why spoil the game? Happy Halloween.
Now what we see here is 14, possibly referring to his victim number 14. I'm guessing that really put the shook in our beloved Iron Man. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Now I did actually forget to mention that this is only part 1 of 2 for the hidden messages of Zodiac. So make sure you stick around and check out part 2 when we get that released as well. You're going to love it. For now, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, ring notification bell so you can stay up to date with our videos.
And until next time.